All right, number 3, if we're going to be fit God's way, we have to choose to get more sleep and rest. You have to get more sleep and rest, and so do I. And I really am seeing this from a whole new light, or at least a reminder now. My oldest daughter, Leah, and her husband, Moses, just had their first child. And boy, it's hard to get sleep when you've got a newborn, isn't it? And anytime you can catch a wink, you're trying to catch up, because you see how much difference it makes in how you react with your world and deal with stress and all that stuff. But sleep makes a tremendous difference. And it's important that we get the right amount of sleep and we learn how to rest. Our body depends on it. Did you know that one of the causes of obesity, or to be unhealthy physically, is the lack of rest? That when you get less than 7 or 8 hours of sleep, for most of us, that causes our body metabolically to change, and we begin hoarding and acting like our body's in a stress mode. Yeah, even for losing weight, sleep is absolutely essential. That seems counterproductive, doesn't it? It seems like we should be up more and be more active, but at some point, it begins the other way of diminishing returns. God wants you to sleep and rest. He created you to need sleep and rest. I mean, He made you the way you are, right? He could have easily made every human being to never have the need for sleep or rest. And yet, He has metabologically and physically created you so that you and I have to stop and rest, and we have to sleep. It seems like a waste of a third of our life from one perspective, doesn't it? And it's interesting, if you look at the Old Testament, and particularly when God created the world, you see that on the 7th day, it says He rested. God wasn't tired. God doesn't need to sleep or get rest, and yet He did. Because He wanted us to see how important that idea was. Exodus 20:8 through 11 this is in the 10 Commandments. It says, "Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh is a Sabbath to the Lord your God, and on it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in the towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that's in them, but He rested on the 7th day. Therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." He put it right there with murder and stealing and adultery and those biggies. That's how important taking a day off each week to not work isn't to God. I want you to see what David says in Psalm 116. David says, "I said to myself, relax, because the Lord takes care of you." See, one of the reasons God wants us to stop working, to sleep and to rest, is because it demonstrates our confidence and trust in God. It says we take our hands off of all the activities we're doing that we trust that will provide for us, and we're taking that time to trust that God will care for us, that ultimately our lives are in His hands. Not in our own abilities to earn a living, to pay our bills, to take care of ourselves. See, when you sleep and when you take a day off, you are saying to God, "God, I trust you to take care of me more than I trust me to take care of me." John Ortberg is one of my favorite Christian authors, says that we violate this. This is the one command that we brag about violating, right? People would never brag, "I killed somebody," or "I stole this," or "I did this." But we think it's a sign of merit, of somehow we say, "Yeah, I'm so busy I couldn't sleep last night. I had to work through the night." Or, I just worked 60 hours a week, 7 days a week. And we expect people to go, "Oh man, you're such a hard worker." But God says, don't. It's sin. It's wrong. And it shows that you are not growing up in your relationship with Him, that you don't trust Him with everything. And John Ortberg says that sometimes sleep is the most spiritual thing that you and I can do.